Wurkkos. This is Wear and Tear, yet another YouTube outdoor or indoor and gear review channel. So we're sitting here on the quarantine, dreaming of the freedoms we once had. And Wurkkos actually sent me a Divelight to review the light, which is actually kind of painful to think about. I can't even access a lake right now. But for once, the water is way too cold. And second, of course, we should limit our outdoor activities and should mostly stay at home because of the corona, the virus, not the beer. So I received that nice Divelight in the mail. It's powered by two 26-650 cells or two 18-650 cells. So 26-650 cells are bigger, more capable. They're included in the package, and so is a USB double channel charger. Charger is safe. I've tested it. So those are the batteries that are included, 2 pieces. Or you can take your 18650 batteries as a replacement. There are adapters in the package. So it's a full package. It's a Divelight, but it's not any old Divelight. It comes with 90 CRI LEDs, so 4 Samsung LEDs in there. And those give you an excellent color rendition. Actually, the light is very similar to the Sofern SB36, the Android version in neutral white that I have. So both lights are neutral white. Both lights use the same type of LED, 4 pieces. And as you will see in the outdoor beam shots, both lights have a very similar effect. It's very similar light output, up to 5,000, 5,500 lumens. Only the Wurkkos DL40, of course, has a larger reflector. So at least it seemed a little bit brighter than the smaller, more compact Sofern. But other than that, the color rendition, light temperature is very similar on both lights. So they're kind of a little bit competing against each other. You might say, what, this one has a charging port and it is a different format, has different batteries. This is all true. But in the end, when you go outdoors, what really matters is the quality of the light that comes out in front. Now this is a Divelight. It has the sturdy construction. It has the double O-rings. You can see that in the macro shots. So it has a thicker lens. It's a bit of a heavier build. But it can also be used on land because this baby has active temperature control. So even on maximum, on turbo mode, it does not overheat. The temperature is constantly monitored. If the internal temperature goes over 1550 degrees, then it just regulates down. What I liked about this light, it regulates down gradually. There was no, it didn't go back in steps, but actually it was a gradual dimming. Almost indiscernible, especially indiscernible if you walk outdoors. The light just dims gradually. This comes across nicely on camera shots. You have no sudden steps in brightness in the footage. So let's see. Yeah, the water resistance is up to 150 meters, so it's extremely water resistant. I could not test this, of course, because, well, for once, I don't have a scuba diving license. I just love to snorkel, but the lakes are too cold, and we have to stay indoors mostly. But what I did, I went with the light through extreme temperature shocks, froze it in ice, had it in a very cold little creek, and especially those temperature shocks, there are a lot of stress on the seals. So of course there was no leak, there was nothing like that. But of course I can't guarantee that something happens if you go down 150 meters with this light, which you shouldn't. It's a bit dangerous, huh? 30, 40 meters, 50 meters are enough typically. Anyways, but it seems to be absolutely up to the specs because all the other specs are fine too. So it has also reverse polarity protection. If you install the batteries improperly, It also has mode memory. It memorizes the last brightness level used in the general modes. I didn't find any other modes but the general modes. It's very simple: low, medium, high, and turbo. And it keeps the last mode on memory. So short press, light is on; long press, light is off. I didn't encounter any strobe or blinky modes really. And as for the run times, low mode is supposed to run 28 hours, that is 300 lumens. Medium mode is 820 lumens, it's supposed to run 9 hours. High mode, that is 2000 lumens, it's supposed to run 4 hours. And a turbo, which is 5000 lumens, theoretically it could run 3 hours and 25 minutes. But that is very theoretic, because the electronic always regulates according to the temperature. So if you swim with this light in cold water, you will get more brightness for a longer period of time, because the heat is shed very efficiently. If you use it in the air on a warm summer day, then the whole equation looks completely different. This is very nice that it is not a step down dimmer, like after 30 seconds back to high, but actually takes care of the actual status of the flashlight. So I like that a lot. So from my experience, as you can see in the outdoor beam shots, the color rendition is wonderful. And yeah, this light is solidly built. It can do everything. It is definitely a very rugged outdoor flashlight. It's not solely a diving flashlight. If you just want to have one high-powered flashlight for your outdoor purposes, you could go as well for this diving flashlight, because it will do great on land when you do hiking, cave exploration, even on the campsite. Because it does not overheat, it gives you a wonderful color rendition, just like the Sofirn SB36. So if you want a flashlight around 5000 lumens with very good color rendition in neutral light, those two lights are definitely a little bit of a competition against each other. The SB36 offers you a USB charging port, and it's more compact. DL40 is a full-blown dive flashlight. There's a simplistic user interface, so it doesn't offer all the extra modes that the SB36 Anduril offers, all the blinky modes, lightning storm modes, and candle modes, all those nice things. But it offers no compromise in terms of, well, water resistance, and it's definitely more rugged. With 3 18650s, this has an energy tank of about 10,000 milliamps, and this one as well. So the run times are definitely comparable. Yeah, it's definitely, if you like the classic feel of one of these lamps, they have a very good feel in hand. No soda can light can offer you that. You can just play around way nicer with this light. So if you like the classic feel, or the feel of classic flashlights, if you don't mind the simplistic user interface or the lack of charging port, the DL40 might be an idea for you.
Let's do some outdoor beam shots. First, the DL40. This is turbo mode. No, actually this is turbo mode. 5000 lumens. Incredibly bright. This is low mode, about 100 lumens. Sufficient for many close-up applications, I'm sure. Medium, high, and quite a step up turbo. Now let's compare that with the Sofirn SB36, which also has the same Samsung LEDs with a high color rendition index, I think of 90. So this is the high mode, this is the turbo of the Sofirn SB36. So rated at about 5000 lumens. The DL40 is on the left side, and the SB36 is on the right side. DL40 seems to be a bit brighter. both set of cells should be fully charged. But also we need to consider that the DL40 has a larger reflector, which can make a difference in such applications. But in both cases the light color is exactly the same. So neutral white, high color rendition index. Very nice in both cases. So interesting, the DL40 rated at 5000 lumens is a bit brighter than the Sofirn SP36 rated at 5500 lumens, but of course this may be connected to the larger reflector. Larger reflector is always advantageous. So we have a very even light distribution, more floody, not a clearly defined hotspot. It's a bit brighter in the center, of course. And this is an advantage for video applications, generally speaking. You don't want to pronounce hotspot. There should be no PWM at any modes, so no flickering. I'll check that later in the footage. Now let's compare this light to our ordinary flashlight. A lumen top at about 600 lumens like this. But this is a ordinary flashlight, colder white. And you see the color rendition is just not there. Now the DL40 at the same brightness, or pretty much the same brightness level, gives you beautiful color rendition. This lumen top is just bright light source, bluish, not a good color rendition at all. And this one, DL40, also the Sofirn SP36 with the high color rendition index, it's just like a bright summer day or bright spring day. It's pretty awesome. Compare the DL40 to my standard night duty flashlight, the Olight MR2 Pro or M2R Pro. So this is the Olight M2R Pro, also a neutral white light. So the Olight is on the right side and the DL40 is on my left side. Yeah, you can see the Olight has a way more defined hotspot. Of course, tactical light and everything. You appreciate more defined hotspots. They're more blinding and you can go more into the distance. But of course the DL40 is way brighter. You see the different light color. Both are rated at neutral white. The Olight is a little bit more into the greenish area of things, and the DL40 actually delivers a very bright white, neutral white light color. So I would say the color rendition is more natural on the DL40 than on the Olight. But again, that also might have to do with the optics on top of it. So the DL40, it has the same color rendition in my opinion on every brightness level, which is good. Yeah, this is definitely a lovely light for any outdoor application. It's not just a dive light. It's pretty much, it's pretty mobile. I don't appreciate that it doesn't come with a tripod mount. A tripod mount would be just so awesome. But it comes with thermal management. I like two 26650 cells. They're so easy to charge, or you can also run the light with two 18650 cells, so you can really easily swap the cells. Of course it comes without a charging port, but typically you should be able to carry a charger. Of course it's less compact than the Sofirn SP36, which pretty much offers the same brightness level. So really it's up to personal preference. Whether you want to bring a super solid light like the DL40 that is a little bit less sophisticated but also simpler in the user interface, or something more sophisticated like a Sofirn SP36, which offers you much more options. But it definitely pays off to pay attention to the color rendition, to good LEDs, neutral white color, to have a pleasant outdoor experience. So this is much more important than pure brightness. 10,000 or 20,000 lumens light doesn't help you much if it doesn't render the colors naturally or pleasantly, and only lasts for a few seconds before it has to switch back to something sustainable like 2,000 lumens, something like that. So this was Rand here, over and out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment. This was it. Have a good evening. Bye bye.